Hi, my name is Antoine, and I'm an addict. Oh no. Yes, but I am an addict in recovery, and if you would see me a few years back, it wasn't always a pretty sight. But I am in recovery now, and that's a thing of the past, and this video is about how I stopped my drug addiction. And the thing is, I'm kind of like going off the cuff here, so I might miss some stuff. I might go on tangent, but I try to get a video out there. I was thinking, well, I gotta do a video. I said my prep for the Olympia, and I'm like, man, I think I gotta do this video first. I'm starting a new series on recovery, so get your coffee ready. Probably the only fucking thing left I can drink. Let's do this. All right. How are we going to break this down? Okay. The first step, and this is just steps in general. It's not the 12 steps, program that I'm talking about. I'm doing the 12-step program, but this is step one of this video, not the 12 steps, all right? So step one, you need to admit to yourself that you have a problem. And that's funny because it's also step one in the 12 steps, because I think it all starts there. You need to realize that, man, I can't control myself once I start drinking, once I start using any type of drug, or certain drugs in particular. I go off the rails. I become powerless over it. All right? So step one, I guess I could write shit down. There's a whiteboard here. This is step one. Admit that you have a problem. Here's one step, all right? And the thing is, I only knew I had a problem when I wanted to stop, all right? So also related to that, you can admit you have a problem. And then for me, I realized that once I wanted to stop and I couldn't. So I'm gonna do also a timeline here. All right. Here it is. Oh no. I can't stop. That's what I realized that. In 2014, how I realized that actually is one of my friends back then, Guillaume, he passed away of an overdose. He was found passed away, curled up in a ball in a shed on Christmas Eve of 2014. May he rest in peace. And the last thing he told me actually was, it wasn't French, but Antoine, what are you doing? You need to stop doing all this crazy stuff. You need to go back to bodybuilding. And he had a poster of me on the wall because of the magazines back then I was in. It was like doing this. You need to go back to doing this. And I was, distracted by the fact that, we were pretty all on drugs, but, and after that, quickly the next day or something, he kind of left and never came back. He was found 6 days later. Yeah, so I took that to heart, I guess, because after that, on January 5th, of 2015. Yeah, actually, look, 2015. Actually, this is where I wanted to stop. Oh no, I can't stop. This was my friend OD'd. How's that? So yeah, oh no, I can't stop. Because what happened is that, oh, all right, January 5th. So Jan 5th, I decide to stop. And then 2 weeks later, so I stop for 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, I do it again. I was like, all right, whatever, one last time, shake it off, then I stop. One last time. One last time. But that didn't happen, of course. Not right away, that's for sure. So what I did here, I guess I can do a little bit of that stuff here. I don't know if you guys see that or not. I moved to Toronto, 2015, with a lovely woman. You know, I fell in love at that time, I thought. But in reality, I was still crazy. Probably still am, but I was running away from the problem because this was all in Montreal. All right, 2014, 15 was all in Montreal. So here I moved to Toronto, and I was like, okay, moving to Toronto. That was February 2015. Moving to Toronto. Was it January? February, yeah. So early 2015, I drove down to Toronto with my car that I punched the window through it because I left my keys inside when I was under the influence, and I was like, "Fuck that!" I didn't punch it. There was a trick I did that you kind of bend. You bend the I remember now. You bend the door a little bit, and you can put your hand like the you can put your hand and unlock the car. But I yanked it too much, and I broke the glass. My car had no more windows. So I drove through a blizzard under the influence on the 401. 7 hours that it normally takes took way more than that because the wind was blowing on me. I tried to put it was a nightmare. So I arrived. Supposedly I was sober, clean, but no, I was not. She wasn't happy. But let's not talk too much about that. Let's talk about when actually went to another step in stopping the drug addiction. I am found passed out in a vehicle because I was up for a few days, and my body was just kind of giving up, I guess. It's a weird feeling. It's like I was passing out, but yeah, because I was too tired. My body was shutting down. So I go quickly in the gas station and I kind of passed out in my car. I don't even know if it was turned off or not. And yeah, I was found, and then she brought me back home. I was like, fuck. And this whole time I was trying, right? I would try, then I would still use, I would lie. No, I'm not high. You don't know how much it's fucking, it's painful when you're somebody looks at you in the eye. Are you high right now? I swear I'm not high. And then you look at the person you're supposed to respect, at your friends, people you love, and you lie to their face. Even if you're swearing on your life, on God, on whoever you want. You're lying. I was lying. I guess I can only talk about my experience, but I guarantee you I'm not the only one. It's terrible. Guilt, shame builds up. And the thing is, as soon as my friend passed away, And here I decided I wanted to stop. Oh, I'm never going to do it ever again. Every time I did it, I knew I wasn't supposed to do that now. I knew I was supposed to not do it because I told myself that. So every time I use, after that, guilt and shame every time. Great. So me wanting to stop, me knowing that I had a problem, kind of ruined the party a little bit, right? Before that, that's another story. I don't know if we're gonna go there, but I could probably tell you guys what happened here, why I became addicted, maybe another video. But yeah. So what did I do in 2015? She said, it's too much, you're gonna go to rehab. Actually, probably did the same face. Probably less enthusiastic, of course. And I was like, all right, let's do it. I had no idea what else to do. I tried by myself. I tried moving away to another city. I tried using other drugs, not my drug of choice. It all comes back to me fucking up everything. All right? So, first rehab. All right? Yeah. Let's do a little thing like that. First rehab. All right? So 2 here. Let's separate the things here. There you go. 2. Admit that you have a problem. 2. Get help. All right. And I'm going to touch on something important here that goes, with that. Maybe I could put as 3, I guess, but it's like, it's through all that. If you want to stop using drugs, you need to want it for yourself. You need to do it for yourself. You need to be the one that's fed up. Not fed up with the other people. Oh, it always bothering me. Okay, I'll stop for you, whatever. You do it for somebody else? Nope. It's not gonna work. You need to do it for yourself. Not for your son, not for your daughter, not for your family, for yourself. Because if you do it for your girlfriend, for example, you get in a fight, right? No, you're gonna do it for yourself. So, three, you need to want to stop. Yeah. All right, but 1, 2, 3. It's kind of the first steps to like stop using drugs. Okay. Admit you have a problem. It's the first thing. And the thing is, why would you want to stop if you don't think you have a problem? So admit you have a problem. And then here you need to want to stop and get help. Kind of intertwine a little bit, right? And if you're not sure that you have a problem, you can still get help. So they're kind of like a little bit together. So my way of getting help was going to rehab for the first time and being open-minded to the suggestion of going there. There's a thing in the 12 steps. We hear that all the time. For the program to work, for the recovery to keep on going, and to stop using drugs, I have to be open-minded to the program, the suggestion, and the help, the support. I have to be willing to do whatever it takes to not do drugs. Because I was willing to do whatever it took to find the drugs I wanted to have, Now I need to have the same willingness on the other side, the good side, to stop using drugs. I need to be willing to do whatever it takes to do that. And then the third thing, the third word, honesty. Open-minded, willing, and honest. Most of all, honest with myself. I need to look at my motives, and I need to look within. What do I really want? Why am I having this relationship here? Why am I talking to this person? Why am I hanging out with these friends? Why am I going there? For me, it would always go back to like, I'm doing this because I want to party and use drugs or whatever, right? Yeah. And the thing is, once you get into a rehab, or you get the help, you get support, maybe a therapist, you got to also be honest with them. You know, you got to be really honest. If you, a lot of times there's people in rehab, they go in there, they say, but I don't feel like stopping. You know, a certain drug. They have reservations, or whatever. Like for me, for example, so I go to rehab, and the guy, I sit down. I thought I could just stop a few drugs, like pick and choose. But the guy said, no, you got to stop all the drugs. All the drugs? Like, even G? The guy was like, yeah, even G, everything. The counselor. So I was like, God damn. But then I was honest. I was telling him that I didn't want to stop that. But I was open-minded. I was like, you know what? I'll just like, sure, I'll just try whatever. Then he told me about day by day. Because it's way easier to not do something for a day than a whole lifetime in the head, right? But let's not get too distracted. I warned you guys. I can go on rants with that. Let's keep on going with the timeline. How's that? Okay, so 2015 first rehab. And that was, so the first rehab, I'm gonna write it here. First rehab was 45 days. Okay, 45 days. And then here, let's keep on this going. Oh no, what do you think happened? Relapse. What happened is that the rehab was supposed to be 60 days. After 45, I was like, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I got this. Ooh, for those who are in recovery, I think I got this. Now I know that even today, I don't got this. I need to like, if I think I'm cured, that's what I mean by I got this, I'm done. All right? And to always be proactive. So I thought I was good. You know what? I think I'm good. I got this. Get out of there. Hang out with my friends. Actually, we went to with Doran and Cody and everybody to the Toronto Pro Show back in 2015. We had a good time. Everything was cool. Go back home, and the girl I dated at the time, she was like, oh, I'm going to see my parents, whatever. I'm like, all right. You hear the door close? Exactly that amount of time, I was like, if I wanted to do drugs, I could do them right now. Now I wouldn't get caught. And then the obsession kicked in, and I was out the door. So as soon as I was alone, about for 2 minutes, 3 days after my first rehab, of 45 days, I relapsed. And when I say rehab, it's a 24/7 days a week rehab. I could have visits from the outside sometimes, depending. And a few of them I had like an outing, but that was like, I did 5 rehabs, right? So that was super rare where I could do an outing. It was more like if there was a medical reason to do so. But yeah, so, relapse. Oh no. And then after that, I think there was another second rehab. And that was going on to, it was the July 2015, because I was spent Christmas time there, to like 2016. Boom, right here, right? Okay, second rehab. And then, how long do you think I did that for? I was like, 45 days didn't work. One of the characteristics of an addict is that they're extremists, right? Can serve you well in some domain like sports, when it's time to be disciplined for things. But it also can kill you, because I was extreme with drug usage. So I go there, and I tell the guy, I want to do it 6 months. He said, well, the full program is 3 months. I want to do 2 in a row. He said, all right, 2 in a row. So I did 6 months. Ooh, 6 months. It was cool because that first rehab was like a fancy rehab in Ontario. The second one was like all the guys sleeping under one roof, one room, separated by...
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
What are you doing? So separated by like walls, like almost like this. We were sleeping. There was like a symphony of farts and burps and snore. So yeah. So 6 months I spent in that time. Okay. Let's keep on going. Let's see where we go. All right. Try to rearrange things a little bit. Sorry guys, the battery cut off. The camera had, this charging over there. So I'm using my older camera. I have no idea how this, what difference it does with the video quality or not there, but here it is. Where was I? Oh yeah, with the timeline. Second rehab, 6 months. How long did I last? What do you think happened here? Another relapse. All right. Right here. 3 months later. And the reason why I kept relapsing, because the thing is with rehab, which is very good. Rehab is very important. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna write for get supervise clean time. And that's what I did to help me kickstart my recovery. And what I mean by that is just that in rehab, even if you have a weak moment, you're in rehab, like where you have to, it's pretty hard, you have to escape. You have a support system there, so even if you want to do drugs, you can just share, hey, I'm freaking out right now, and they're are trained and and they're there for that, to help you get some clean time. Because the thing is, it's kind of hard to make the right decisions when you're in a withdrawal, when you're emotional, when you're coming off all the drugs, right, or the alcohol for that matter, which is, alcohol is a mood altering substance, or it is a drug essentially. So yeah, so the rehab there, I'm gonna put rehab in parentheses, because for me, if you really want to stop using drugs, stop making excuses and get your ass into rehab. Get on the wait list if there is one. Just do it. That's what I did. All right. So boom, rehab. I think for me it was super important to go in there because I was supervised and I was away from the problems, away from the life, away from the world. I could concentrate on getting clean and starting my recovery, getting some good foundation with the program and knowledge and whatever. But let's go back on the timeline over here. But right here, you may ask yourself, why does it keep relapsing then? First of all, because I'm an addict. It happens if you're not careful. And by being not careful, I'll tell you exactly right now. The reason why I kept relapsing is because once I would get out of the rehab where I was supervised, you know, away from the world, I would go back into the world that made me want to use drugs in the first place. So I'm getting back into this crazy world where that I couldn't handle sober. Because the thing with rehabs, they're good, they're essential in my opinion, but they're not reality. It's a safe bubble. It's easy to get clean time in rehab. The easiest place to get clean time is rehab. Once you get out of rehab, this is where the real work starts. And here, I didn't do much work. I did a rehab. I was like, all right, back to my real life. 3 days later, 3 months later, got me. All right, so what do you need to do when you get out of rehab? Well, you keep doing your recovery. You start your recovery. So what kind of recovery program do you have on the outside? For me, I do the meetings, 12 steps. So I'm gonna put keep doing your rec for recovery program. This is more awful than usually my writing because writing sideways. But just follow my lead with the words. Let's recap. Admit you have a problem, get help, but you need to make sure that you're doing this for yourself and that you're willing to get help and to get better. And then, get supervised clean time, or just get clean time so you just clear your mind off the drugs, detox, whatever. Then once that is done, okay, now what's your plan? What's your plan? How are you going to handle life on life's terms? How are you going to handle the real world, clean and sober? Because honestly, at first, it was kind of dull, to say the least. I didn't want to do that, but then I one day at a time, with a good program, and with purpose, it got better. Not right away. It got better, then it got worse again. Because let's keep on going with the timeline here. Relapse, blah, 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 and then 2017. I think third rehab. I think it was still 2016 actually. Third rehab, still 2016. Oh God. God damn. And this one was also in Ontario. It was a good one actually. So in this rehab, what I did lots of therapy. So yeah, that has to be in there, right? How can I say that? So I worked on trauma from the past. I worked on a lot of stuff from the past. So I don't know how to say that. Should I say therapy? Therapy. But the cool thing is that all of this, because the NA meetings, the 12 steps, I'm doing NA meetings weekly still. I discovered that 2015. I did a little bit here, but it's not until my third rehab that I started doing a lot more. Then it started to get a little bit better then, but not really, because after my third rehab, which was 2016, relapse again. And then 2017, and that one was rough. This one, my friends, I'm gonna circle it with red. Because imagine this is this is a hill. Ah, fuck, I fall. rock bottom. Ouch. I'm like, damn, I hit rock bottom. Hit rock bottom right before here. My friend passed away before here. Oh my God, rock bottom. First rehab. Oh, what the fuck? Relapse. Ah! I fall down. Damn it. Another bottom. Ah! Another bottom. And the thing is, the ultimate bottom is I don't know if you can see that. Death. Because for an addict and for myself, if I keep using drugs, it always ends up the same. Jail. I didn't go there yet because of drugs. But jail, institution, rehab. Or death. Jails, institutions, or death is like where we all end up if we keep doing drugs. But yeah, so big relapse, lasted like 3 months. You know, and homeless there. I was homeless after my, third rehab. I was homeless after, so fourth rehab right here. It's good that I write that because it's pretty confusing. I did lots of stuff. Do you guys see the top thing here? Oh yeah, you're seeing the top thing here. I know I should be having like lots of cool graphics on the screen, but for me it helps explain a little bit. Fourth rehab. Bang! Right here during Christmas time again. I spent a few birthdays and Christmases in rehab, to be honest. All right, fourth rehab. Holy shit. Let me make some room for that because, yeah. Boom. Because there was a good gap here that I was good. I got 2 years clean, whatever. And then I think in 2019, relapse / slips, 2019. But it's not until, I had like some slip. I kind of like did a detox at my friend's place. I started doing more meetings and stuff, and I was kind of okay. But then I was in a toxic relationship for about 2 years, on and off. And the thing with toxic relationships is the relationship that's toxic. It's not the person that's bad, right? So you have to sometimes it's just two people that are going through stuff, and then the mix is just not good. That's what it was, I guess. But yeah, but 2020, relapse again. And the crazy thing is that right here was like Mr. O. I did Mr. O was my comeback. And I tore bicep tear here. I'll put the bicep tears in blue. Bicep, see, it's not even working because the bicep tears are not even important. They're not important. It's like that's like stopping using drugs is like all this, and a lot more. It's like I'm trying to just do a timeline here and tell you a few things to help some people out there. But bicep tears, how to overcome this addiction, the whole fucking place. All right, and then what happened here? 2021. Fifth rehab. And since then, I am. Good. And how I stayed good, well, the thing is, for me, I had to do 5 rehabs, right? I mean, you don't have to do that. It's just for me, I'm pretty stubborn. And a lot of times, all the relapses, I'm gonna circle them. All right, all the relapses, and the thing is, those are the big ones, right? There was a few slips here, and between me wanting to stop and like going to my first rehab in 2015, there was a lot. All I was doing, even before that, all I was doing is like, okay, I would do one weekend, which would end up in 2 weeks. I have no idea. No idea. I wouldn't stop until my body gives out or something bad would happen. And then I would stop 2 weeks, gain some muscle back, whatever, and then I'd be like, oh, you know what? I deserve a party. If we would go back before 2012, the reason why I started doing lots of like partying and stuff is exactly for that reason. I deserve to like. I was rewarding myself, and I thought I was entitled to a good time, and the only way I thought, the only good time I thought that having a good time was only doing drugs. That was a big mistake. So I would reward myself with something that ultimately could lead me down this path. So, yeah. Where was I? I'm good now. So, that's the timeline. And so let's do a little recap here, okay? Then I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm doing now. I mean, it's like there's so much more I would want to say, but just off the top of my head, it's kind of hard to put everything together but I will make more videos. Just watch them. Just watch them and share them if you know that somebody could get help from this. Yeah, even though I'm a little bit scatterbrained right now, but 1, admit you have a problem. 2, get help. 3, make sure that you're doing this for yourself and that you really want to stop for yourself. 4, get some clean time and clear your head, supervise like a rehab or a detox. And during this time, hopefully you can build a good program, because once you get out of the rehab, once you start handling the real world, you have a program to deal with it, to deal with life without drugs. And 6, in the rehab and through all this, you work on yourself, I guess. Therapy, you work on yourself. And the thing is, I think I'm gonna keep that for another video, because there's a few things like what am I doing right now? Why am I clean now? And why today I am not relapsing? Is because I surround myself with people who don't use. I stay away from people, places, and things that make me want to use. And I'm doing my program, and I'm doing the meetings. But I think that's enough for now, because that's way over, I'm guessing over 25 minutes for sure. So I hope this helps some of you guys. But most of all, here's the main advice. Look, I want to stop. Oh no, can't stop. Rehab, relapse, rehab, relapse, fuck. It's okay. Let's do it again. Rehab. I fell again. Rehab. I got this. What the hell? I thought I was fine. Boom, relapse. And then boom, rehab. I don't know why it's in the red. And rehab here. And Oh, I'm still here. The most important thing is that I didn't give up. I didn't quit. I didn't quit. I quit drugs, but I didn't quit trying to quit drugs. Okay? That's the most important thing. Look how many times I fell down and failed. But it only takes one time you stay up more than you fail, and you're good to go for today. So on that note, if you have any questions, comment below. Maybe I can do a Q&A if you have any questions, enough of them in the comment section. But thanks for watching. And I'll make some more of those. Hope you guys are getting something out of it. All right.